Hi everyone, I'm the bride-to-be who's having a high street wedding. It's in this week's journal. And I thought I'd start doing video blogs because sometimes there's too much happening to be able to write about everything. I just wanted to sort of tell you a bit more about us really, because everyone's sort of quite interested, like our background really, and a bit more about us. So I'm Heather, I'm 38. I've been working at Strode College for the last, since September as a learning mentor, and now I'm an English tutor just part-time at Bridgewater College. Wayne's 38 as well, and he's working at Travis Perkins in Shepton. I've got a little boy, Harry, who's 3, and he's at Shepton Infants Nursery, and I've got Rowan, who's 5, and he's at Shepton Infants in year 1. But our background is a bit crazy, basically. Basically, we've been together for 7 years. We both were living in Birmingham at the time, or Wayne's from Birmingham, but I'm from sort of Shropshire area. And my hair is so rubbish, so I can't do anything about my hair. So basically, we got together, and quite weirdly, we wanted to move down to Somerset, but we didn't have enough money to sort of like buy a house or anything to settle here. And while we were down in Somerset, we saw this like postcard in the shop window in Glastonbury High Street, saying there was a house for sale in Lapland in North Sweden. Long story short, a few months later, we were off on the plane to Lapland, and we've been there for 7 years basically. When we first got there, we wanted to start a family. That was the main focus, and we wanted to live like the sustainable dream kind of thing. So we soon had 2 husky dogs, and my husband we got kind of obsessed with it really, and so quite soon after that we had like 8 huskies, and then 10, and then 12, and Wayne got really into dog sledding. I had Rowan, my first son, in Sweden. We both learnt Swedish to a fairly good sort of level, well, ish, but we hadn't really found jobs, and basically decided, well, we've got all these huskies, why don't we make a business of it? So and there's quite a few sort of similar businesses in the area, dog sledding, tourism. Wayne's ex-military, so he did survival guides and tours and things like that. So yeah, this is a very short story basically of a long time in our lives. So soon we had like 40 Siberian and Alaskan huskies. Wayne was doing long distance sled dog races all across the north of Sweden and Finland and everywhere, and I was at home sort of running the business, a little bit isolated. And I remember I didn't speak Swedish. I spoke a little bit of Swedish, but I was at home as mum on my own, pregnant with my second child, 1 little toddler running around, and 40 huskies, cats, ducks, chickens, all the rest of it. Really loved it there. It was really like living the dream, quite idyllic and everything. We had a really big house, lots of land, and next to a river and everything. But we ploughed every bit of money that we'd ever saved up into it, basically. And long story short, again, over the next few years, the climate was changing pretty rapidly, so that when we first arrived, we had 6 months of winter time, loads of time to do all our tours and everything. We'd applied for some finance to get money to do summer tours and things like that, and different activities, and unfortunately we didn't get it. We were basically immigrants in Sweden, didn't know the language very well, didn't know the culture, the people that well. So we really, we struggled basically, and they didn't support us as well as they maybe would have done with Swedish people. I don't know. And basically we didn't get that money. We started to really struggle financially with the business. There was less and less snow. So it went from 6 months of the year to 3 months of the year having snow. And then the rest of the time we didn't have any income at all. So our money situation got pretty bad. I did work as a teacher in a local school, which just about kept us afloat. But that, combined with us not seeing, like the children not seeing their grandparents who lived in England, just led us to last April decide that we just had to abort the plan kind of thing, and head back to England, which you'd think would be fairly easy, but no, it wasn't. We hadn't got any current references. We got 2 dogs still left. We had to really sadly rehome all the other dogs. They all went to really good homes and dog sledding companies further north and that kind of stuff. Well, our cats as well, and our fish and our ducks. Nobody would give us a chance in England. It was like, basically, well, you've left, so you can't come back again. And we had to go through the home residency test, and it was really scary. Nobody in England would give us the chance to rent a house because we had children and dogs. Nobody, except from this really nice lady in Shepton Mallet. And so thank you to Simon Heel Estate Agents in Shepton Mallet, Joanne Gulisick, I think. She was the one who, she didn't turn around and say, computer says no. She said, right, I'll ask the landlady if she'll consider taking like some months rent in advance, and I'll ask her if she'll consider letting you have dogs and kids and stuff. And she did, and it was really nice. And I found the same with everyone in Somerset and Shepton. They were really helpful. They weren't judgmental. It was difficult when we finally, and all the charity shops were really helpful, and the Salvation Army. I got all our furniture I had to get within a week when I flew over here to sort of get everything ready before we made the journey back. I got like stuff from Twice as Nice and everything. So, and everything was like on a really basic budget. When we finally did get here and moved in, we went along to the job centre hoping that we'd get some sort of support for the meantime, and we failed the home residency test because we'd been out of England, even though we're both English. My husband's been in the army fighting for Britain, but no, we didn't get any help. So, so basically we were really relying on like local people and charities and even food parcels at one point. So it's been really tough. Luckily, we were both hard working. We came back because we wanted to work. Wayne got a job fairly quickly at Mendip Fireplaces, and I got my job, but it wasn't starting until September at Strode. And we met some brilliant people. That last summer was lovely. We went to the local pubs and we met local people, and they were really welcoming, like the Horseshoe Inn, the Vic, the Bell, just sort of down to earth people basically. And then we started working, but obviously we're always a little bit behind financially because we didn't have any help that first 3 months. Wayne had asked me to marry him when we first met, but for various reasons and just the money, I'd always said no. I was also really, really quite big when I got into Sweden. I was quite morbidly obese at one point, and I just didn't feel like we could do it. So finally now, with us both working, even though I'm just part-time because I've got the little ones, don't get me started on childcare costs. I thought, yeah, all right then, well, why not? Because things finally seem like they're on the up. I've lost weight. That's another long story. You'll hear about that at some point. And I'm really excited about it. I love Shepton, being quite involved with things like the bus services and that, and Timpson's not getting their way up at Tesco's and that. But I'm not against Tesco's. Thanks to Aldi and Tesco's, sometimes I'm able to, get cheap food, get enough for the kids and stuff. But similarly, and the charity shops in the high street as well have been like a lifesaver to us when we didn't have much funds. But I'm not like a judgmental person. I'm just quite open-minded. I'm quite friendly. I never judge other people, so I hope nobody judges me and how we decided to do this wedding. It's basically the only way we can do it. And I just hope it's like going to give something back to the community that we feel's really helped and supported us. If anybody wants to donate anything or get involved or just have mad ideas, I don't mind. It's brilliant. But I think at the end of the day, I sometimes have to remember I have to ask Wayne. I go, oh, I got this. I'm doing this. And he's like, it's my wedding too. I'm like, yeah, whatever. But he's lovely. He's very down to it. It's really funny, and you've seen him in the newspaper. He looks really short, but he's actually 6'8". So I think you've probably seen him up the high street, like being dragged along by these two dogs or two kids, whichever on that day. So this is just my sort of bit long introductory video blog. I hope to really be able to mention all the businesses that are supporting me and helping me. Going to be writing a little blog for the Shepton Mallet Journal as well. So if you do want to help out and get involved, hopefully get a lot of publicity from it. Don't worry, all my friends and that from Shepton, you'll all get an invite to, some part of the day, wherever it is, whenever it is. And just want to say really big thank you to everyone from Shepton. And this is going to be great fun. So I hope you enjoy being involved in my high street wedding.